Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is GC, and welcome back to another video on the channel where today, guys, we are doing a podcast, but while we are playing Fortnite, me and Trey are playing some pubs. So, how are you doing, Trey?
I'm chilling.
But we're trying to get our challenges done. Well, you are, at least. I got tier 100 already, but you were here with the Lexus skin. Yes, mind blowing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy that we're here, just chilling, having a good time, you know what I mean? But, you know, looking at this, right, let me, hold on, let me really like lower the sound effects setting and like turn up my voice chat a bit, because you know that's kind of the point of it, is to hear you and stuff like that.
Also, that kid was playing copyrighted music.
Okay, well, good. That's really good that you didn't, you told me that. So Trey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this one. What are we personally going to start? I mean, we're playing Fortnite right now, so that's kind of the reason why we're kind of doing all these challenges and stuff, is because the new season is coming and everything like that. So how are you personally feeling about it? I mean, what do you think is up Epic's sleeve right now?
I mean, it's almost confirmed that the Seven's going to be taking an appearance in this series, or this event. I mean, if we look at the beginning of the cinematics for the season, it spoke about not attracting the Seven, and here we are having that happen. So, I mean, we probably just need to wait it out and see, but I most likely think that this will come into play for this next event.
So, I mean, looking at this event, you've got all this build up and everything for this event. For the first time ever, we are having a solo event. So whenever you log into the game, the event is going to actually happen, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. And I really, honestly, I just cannot wait to see what is actually going to go down in this event. I mean, you look at it and you see what they're going to do. Epic are really good at these events, and I think, honestly, they're probably going to turn up for this event, and I know they will, because considering they literally said this is going to be their biggest ever cinematic thing they've ever had yet, it's going to be massive. And the fact you're playing as Jonesy makes me even more excited for this, because the amount of possibilities, the amount of things that could happen in this event is just crazy to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think it's going to be pretty fun to see what they're going to do in the future.
So, honestly, looking at this new season with the teaser and stuff coming out and all that crap, with Neymar and with a claw of some sort, the claw of the monster, which is really interesting, actually. How are you feeling about, the Battle Pass and all this crap? Do you think the Neymar skin's going to be in the Battle Pass? Like, what do you think?
Well, most likely, since it was teased, I wouldn't really see a reason for it not to be, because, I mean, they always have, like, some sort of comedic relief character in the whole Battle Pass, because, I mean, look at what happened with Ripley.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it just kind of makes sense. It's just Fortnite style.
Yeah, I think, honestly, Epic, they're good at, those type of skins, but also at the same time, recently we kind of been lacking with the main story and everything with that. Trey, come here, by the way. Come here, please.
Yeah, hold on.
There's a challenge here.
Oh, I have minis, by the way.
There's a challenge right there. There's a challenge here.
Thank you.
Go there and right, is that gonna give you the option?
Yeah. Oh, Leviathan's thing's there. Okay.
Yeah, he's just vibing, bro. He's back. Leviathan is back.
His date.
Yo, Fish Stick's here. What's up, my guy? How you doing? Hi there. Yo, bolt action sniper rifle. Okay, I see you. Burst quad launcher. Okay, I'm copping that. Yo, let's fucking go, dude. But yeah, we're kind of getting off topic because we're playing Fortnite, obviously, at the same time. But you know what I mean? So, you look at this event and everything, and you picture yourself here. What are the possibilities of this event? Like, you think about what's going to happen. What do you personally think is going to happen in this event? Are we going to have any big map changes in the next update? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think that there will be big map changes. I mean, if we take a look at V's loading screen, it shows like a completely different version of Lucky Landing, and I think that's kind of like a big teaser. As well as if we take a look at V's name, it also, for the Roman numbers, it speaks about I think it's the Roman numeral 6 as well, so it's a pretty good teaser as well. And if they really thought about it like that,
I think, honestly, Epic is going to do a great job with this, this whole season, honestly. Last season, it was kind of, this season, honestly, for me, it wasn't the worst season ever. But, it kind of got boring here and there. I'll tell you right now, when I started playing on the PC, it got a lot better and a lot more enjoyable for me. But for some people, it can be really boring, and a lot of people are going to say that, and I completely understand that. And I, respect your decision on that, because sometimes Epic Games does focus too much on the collabs, which they exactly did that this season. I mean, you look at all this stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of creative because you're combining the storyline with collabs, but you're not, having them to like have a big deal in the storyline. Now, this might be a little bit out of proportion, but do you think any collabs are actually going to appear in this event?
I would highly doubt that. But if there were, it would probably be a very small bit. Well, then again, they could just have all the hunters fight against the 7 or something, which could be pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It could happen.
So, you think there's going to be big map changes. What is your personal opinion on what you think is actually going to happen in this event? Because for me personally, I think something big is going to happen. Because like I said, if you are playing as Agent Jonesy and you're doing this big mission right when you log into the game, I have a feeling that right when you log into the game, it's going to be just like the Chapter 2, Season 1, where you load into the game and you immediately play. It's going to be like that in a way, I think, personally. I think something could really big happen. And I'm not even kidding. What if we get a combination between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2? It happened last season and this season, but you look at this season and you say, hey, I mean, we had a little bit of, combination, all that crap. The 0 Point still has all those OG locations still inside of it. So, when it destabilizes and explodes, which it's going to do, it's going to bring out a ton of stuff from the old map. So, I mean, I think that's what's probably going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that, because, I mean, if we take a look at Season X, that's exactly what they did. It's Worlds Collide. They brought it together from the old seasons as well. So why does it stop them from changing that now,
Yeah,
and I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's going to be the boss is going to come out, maybe try and restore it herself, since Jonesy obviously didn't listen in his mind. His memory was completely shattered or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. Jonesy could potentially get stuck, too. That's something that we haven't thought about. Because, I mean, if we take a look at him in the cutscenes and stuff, he's also being, his Jonesies or whatever are slowly being attracted to each other. That's been confirmed as well.
So, I've noticed this recently. I've noticed that in every single collab trailer, he has started becoming more and more like his old Jonesy self back in the OG seasons, the OG default skin, you know what I mean? He has the tie on his hand now, or on his arm, which he has on his OG skin. And it makes me think that we are going to go back to an old type of map, or this map might be a prequel. And what's really significant is that he basically, Donald Mustard, who is, the developer of Epic Games or whatever, or the CEO, I don't 100% know, but I'll put it on the screen right now. He basically said that what inspires him is this show, and this show basically, it kind of describes Fortnite in a way, and the kind of the ending of the show is that basically the whole time it was like a prequel of the Earth, or the world they were living in. So, what could that mean? You know what I mean? And you think, oh my god, if that is a prequel, then we could be going, if this island is a prequel, then we're going back to the old map.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That could be the potential look on it. I can see that.
So, I mean, honestly, do you think it's going to be better than the Galactus event? That's my question. Do you think we're going to just see a cutscene? Is that what's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a full-on event? What do you think is going to happen, personally? Do you think it's going to be
probably a very long storyline cutscene?
Yep.
Which has a lot of things to take in, most likely. It's going to be a lot. Then it's going to probably cut straight. Oh, well, obviously, in the cutscene, we're probably going to see the glimpse of the new characters. Then after that, we're going to see the Battle Pass cutscene as well, showing us entirely the new maps and partial POIs that are going to be added as well. So, I mean, most likely, it's going to be a reasonably long 10 minute possibly. It could be 15 to 10 minutes for the whole event. Because, I mean, if they did anything less than that, it'd be kind of boring. So
I honestly
would expect it to be in that range.
See, I honestly think what's going to happen is something big is going to happen. Maybe we fight off the 7 or whatever, or the 7 comes in, the visitor comes in and talks to us or whatever and tells us that maybe Jonesy is or what if the 7 comes in and saves Jonesy, and Jonesy becomes one of the members of the 7, and then he basically gets revenge on IO for what they're doing in a way.
I could see that, because I mean we don't really know much about the boss, how she acts, and there's still theories about her being one of the characters from
Save the World.
Save the World.
Yeah.
And so we don't really know if she's really the person that's going to be the boss, so we can't necessarily know about that. But for sure, she will be a big part, or at least show herself in the event, potentially.
So, I mean, as you can see on the map right now, I look at it right now, and the map is kind of going back to like its OG state. Tomato Town is exactly where it used to be on the actual OG map. Dusty is kind of there in a way. I mean, you look at the freaking Flush Factory, literally right where it was on the OG map. I mean, and then you look, you know, the Durr Burger is in the same exact spot it was in the OG map.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So,
I mean, there's no real reason why it wouldn't be coming back to its original state. Because, I mean, this is a second parallel universe to the Loop and the Fortnite series anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of just makes sense.
I think the only thing that's kind of weird is that Retail Row and all that crap is there. You know what I mean? You know, Retail Row is not in the spot it usually is. So that might make me think maybe the map is going to get, like, swapped a bit. You know what I mean? Something big might happen. I mean, who knows? Maybe the 0 point will be, like, you know, concealed or whatever. But then, you know, that's kind of it. And then nothing really big happens. And then we'll have to wait till the rest of the season. Which I really hope we get big map changes. Because if we don't, it's going to be kind of a letdown for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we did not get a lot of map changes this season. I mean, it's just a straight fact. We did not get a lot of map changes this season, and a lot of people were disappointed over that. And I can completely understand why they were disappointed over it. Because, you know, going into a season where you think, you know, you're going to get a lot of big map changes and looking at how awesome the season looks and, you know, seeing that, oh, we're only in phase 2 and everything, I can't imagine how good it's going to be when, you know, we get to the actual, you know, bigger phases. Now, yeah, but so, like, what I was saying is a lot of people have been disappointed with how the game, you know, with this season and everything. We thought we were going to have a lot of big map changes and everything. And the theory that I've heard about is that this season, this next season, Season 6, could be Phase 2 of basically Jonesy's plan. But in the same time, that wouldn't make any sense because they've already ran out of time. You know what I mean? They've ran out of time. The 0 point is going to destabilize, it's going to eventually explode, and something big is going to happen. Last time it blew up, that was at the Galactus event, and then the time before that was in the Season X event. What happened in the Season X event? We got the Chapter 2 map. So, you know, who knows? I honestly don't know. You know what could be really cool, Trey? Oh my god. What if we got sucked into the island, right? We got sucked into, you know, the island or whatever. And what if we met the 7 and they talked to us?
That would be really interesting. That would be, it would be kind of like far-fetched because we never really have had.
I don't know
like,
why, but that's just straight from the Fortnite roleplay series. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's kind of that vibe, yeah. But like,
honestly,
I mean, but like, you know, that would be really cool if Epic did something like that because we would finally find out who the 7 are. And I'm not even kidding with you. If the next battle pass is just all the 7, I am fine with that. I don't care. I love the 7. The 7 are the coolest group in Fortnite storyline history, and that's just a straight fact. They're the most important
group. That too.
Yeah, so I honestly think right now, like, sorry, talk. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just saying there's no possible way that they aren't since, I mean, they literally created the Fortnite universe, most likely.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so apparently, Donald Mustard, like, answered some questions, and apparently the 7 didn't create the 0 point. Someone else did. It's not Jonesy, it's not the 7, and it's not any of those people. Now, what's really interesting is there is a skin, right, Trey? That apparently it's like a concept, right? And it's a combination between the fire, the ice, and the Earth King.
So there's also a confirmed Earth King. That's interesting, because that might be revealed in the next battle pass, because if we look at that character with that, like, kind of demonic, sharp, like, claw hand, that could lead to that character. And realistically, there would be a lot more lore, too, like, going back to the Fire King and Ice King.
Oh, 100%. They could come back. They could come back. Like, yeah, I'm not kidding. That would be incredible.
Really?
Honestly,
when did they show their appearance in the first chapter 8 or season 8?
Season 8 and season 8 and 7, right? Season 8 and 7. Yeah.
Season 8 and 7. 7, I think 7. No, 8 was the
it was the volcano.
The big snow event.
No,
was it the volcano? It was the volcano. It was the volcano.
Season 7 was the big snow event, though.
No, he's nice.
I got him. Let's go.
But yeah, I see that, like, they potentially could come back, and that would be really interesting too.
100%. Like, I think honestly, Epic are gonna do something big with this event, and you know they are, because they don't want us to be disappointed in them over updates and stuff like that. I think with this whole pandemic and thing and all that crap, going on and stuff, they're focusing, they're in their own households. You got to understand that, you know what I mean? And I mean, yes, obviously, there are other games out there getting updates every week, but you look at it in Epic Games, they don't have as many developers as Activision and all those companies, you know what I mean? It's, they have, some developers, they have, people like that. But they're not as big as like Activision or Treyarch and all of them. That is multiple studios working together. So, and what's really interesting is Epic Games has now collided with a ton of different development teams. So if you think about it, that's not really an excuse anymore. I mean,
yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, that there's no reason for that to. And then again, you have to also realize that Fortnite, they're a huge game that grew super quickly. Not to mention they have to keep everything confidential, because I mean there was a time when a Fortnite worker did leak something, and then they had to go through a whole suing phase and whatnot, and that was a whole new set of drama. So I mean they also have to keep their workers manageable so that they don't have to worry about getting an outbreak like that again and having something leaked that's super important. So,
and I think with this whole pandemic as well, you have that, and also you're working from home. Keep that in mind. You're still working from home. You know what I mean? You're not in the office working, so you're on the Zoom calls every day. Waking up probably like 4 to 5 a.m. doing stuff like that. So I mean, that's just crazy. Honestly, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
they're for sure putting in the grind.
You got to give them some props. I mean, they were literally. I think one of the reasons why they've stopped doing so many updates is because I think some health organization came in and said that they're overworking their people, but like the people are fine with getting worked and stuff because they make more money and everything like that. But the company was like, no, you can't do that, no. That's not right. That's not
realistically, I think that it's good that someone did step in, because the last thing they need is some sort of not monopolizing, but some sort of big lawsuit against them for having some.
Oh, I completely agree. I completely agree. Yeah.
I mean, it's good that they also are able to slow down a bit, but at the same time, the players kind of struggle. But it's whatever. They'll have a comeback sooner or later. COVID's not going to live forever.
COVID, I think, is going to end soon, but that's not really what we're talking about here. We're talking about this whole Fortnite thing. I mean, you look at this event, you look at this season, everything, it is all lined up perfectly, but what really matters is what is going to happen, and I think, honestly, we're going to have to wait till that day. We're going to have to wait till the teasers come out tomorrow on Monday, and then the final day, or should I, honestly, when Monday hits, I'm going to be like, okay, you know what? The next day, I mean, literally, I'm just going to stay up that whole night, get on, stream, do what I got to do, and get ready for the new season. And, get all my challenges done, stuff like that. Get ready and get hyped for the new season. I mean, this is a big, big season ahead of us. Hopefully some big stuff goes down. If that's not the case, then that's unfortunate. But we're just going to have to hope and pray that something big happens. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, guys. This is a great podcast. Trey, thank you for tuning in. Once again, you're a freaking legend, my friend. Once again, another great podcast. Honestly, this was a lot of fun because we got to play and also talk at the same time. We did really well with it. So, I mean, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me.
No problem, man. I mean, you're like the... what would be the word to describe the co-host? Yeah, co-host. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm the host and you're the co-host. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, but yeah, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching the podcast and listening to it, whatever. And as always, have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time is in the world. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, peace and enjoy the season 6 Zero Crisis event.